Hey, what's up guys? It's Mike with Alpha Reptile back with another video today. And today, unfortunately, it's going to be a roller coaster of emotions. We'll have some ups, we're also going to have some downs. There'll also be a little bit of an animal tour at the end. So if you're looking for a reptile room update, then stay tuned to the very end of the video. We're going to visit a couple of the OGs after I deliver some news to you guys. I guess my first question might as well be, what kind of news do you guys want first? Do you want the good? Or do you want the bad? Well, you guys don't have a choice. Unfortunately, we're going to start with the bad news. Sorry to those of you that were looking forward to good news first. We're going to start with bad news and then move on to the good news. So for those of you guys who have been watching the videos for quite some time, you might notice something's a little bit different with this side of the room. If you haven't been watching, I'll give you a sec to clue in. Yeah. I think that's enough time for you guys to either know or not know what's been going on. Behind me here, you can see that that is no longer Bane's tank. And yes, Bane is no longer with me in my room. And by no longer with me in my room, I mean he's not here in my room. He's still alive. I just ended up selling him to a buyer that was looking for a male LEACHIANUS gecko. I'm sure I'll get some hate for this video, and I'm sure there'll be people with differing opinions, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you're leaving a comment down below and letting me know what you think, just try and keep it civil. I can take constructive criticism or criticisms of my decisions. If it gets personal, then, you know, you guys should probably find something else to do with your time. I'll just show some footage of Bane through the various times that I've had him in my room and throughout the years. Here it is. What is cracking, little dude? Oh my god! New Anna cross New Ami. He was born on Halloween of last year, so he's just over a year old.
I will show you where I have made my home whilst preparing to bring justice. Then I will break you. Let the games begin.
Yeah, it kind of hurts seeing that old footage, not gonna lie. But you know what? It's for the better. I convinced myself of that, and I am here to not really convince you guys of that. You guys can have your own opinions, but I'm just here to kind of express why I sold Bane, and as well as, you know, keep you guys in the loop. I feel like we're kind of a family here, the Phoenix fam, you know. I feel like you guys deserve to know why I sold him and what's coming in the future. There are many reasons why I sold Bane. However, the main kind of, I guess, selling factor was the fact that he was something that I didn't really want to work with in the near future. I still see myself working with leechies later on down the road, but right in the near future, in the next couple of years here, I don't really see myself working with leechies, breeding leechies, that kind of deal. So that was the main reason why I ended up selling him. It was pretty difficult to justify allocating so much space in my room just to one gecko that I really couldn't pet or hold or really interact with in any way, shape, or form, other than carefully opening up the enclosure, putting in a cup of food, and going on from there, moving on about my nightly routine. You guys all know that Bane really wasn't very handleable. He was a very personable gecko, and I did enjoy having him in my room. However, I just have to make room for the animals that I really want to work with, or I would like to work on the more like conservation side of their care than something like a leechie who I really can't hold or anything like that. As much as he was a character on the channel, I really do have to think about what I want for my future, as well as what is best for his future and what he might be able to do. So for those of you guys that are wondering, that's why. Of course, the other factor is space beyond just the kind of, I guess, workability of Bane. The other reason why I sold him was the space allocation. As I mentioned earlier, I really do need this space in order to upgrade my turtles. I need to move my Aki down to the big tank. There's a lot of moves that need to happen, and Bane was just taking up a ton of space for something that like I said, I really don't see myself working with, and that I think somebody else will get not necessarily more joy because he was a very personable animal, but a little bit more, I guess, out of Bane, because now he is moved on to a fellow named Jacob. He's a viewer of the channel, and he follows me on Instagram, things like that. So Jacob provided Bane with a 24 by 18 by 36 tall tank, so he's got more space with Jacob. Jake also has a female, which he hopes to pair Bane with and hopefully make some babies. And in a couple of years, if that's how long it takes, I might even buy one of Bane's babies. I don't know where I'll be in a couple years or what'll be happening in my life. If it's the right time in my life for another Leachy, then I'd be down. Yeah, I just hope you guys really understand where I'm coming from when it all comes down to this. I know you guys are pretty understanding and a thoughtful group of individuals, so I appreciate that. I do encourage you guys to share your opinions in the comments down below. Obviously, try and keep it kind of civil. Your opinions are your opinions, but if you're being a dick about it, I hope you can take what you can give. With that said, I know you guys are awesome, and I hope you guys support my decision, and I hope you guys are just looking forward to all the other cool stuff that I'll be doing. Like I said, I'll be changing the Aki tank you can see back there for the turtles, and I'll be moving the Aki into Bowser's old cage. So finally that will be repurposed, and it will be another Aki monitor cage. If you guys are looking for one of the main factors as to why I did sell Bane beyond what I've already said, I'll leave the link up in one of the two corners up here for you guys to check out. And that's basically what could be happening in my life in the next probably maximum 2 years. Click the card up top that you just saw and you'll be advised of that. I think I did kind of talk enough about the whole Bane scenario. I hope I explained it in enough detail to satisfy you guys. If not, if you have any other questions, let me know down below, and I'll let you guys know whatever you guys are asking, because I feel like I covered it pretty decently, but I'm not 100% sure if you guys might think of something that I didn't, so let me know in the comments down below. But right now, I'm going to take you guys and we're going to go check up on a couple of the OGs. We're going to check up on Tig, and we're going to check up on Striker over here, just to end the video on a little bit more of a light-hearted note and a more happy note. Alrighty, here we are at the OG Striker's tank. Striker is, of course, doing great as usual. You can see him down there. He's always hungry for food. I can guarantee if I go like this, he'll come out. Ready? Come get some delicious fingers. Told you guys. He's doing awesome. And not really too much to say about him other than he's still doing great. He is the OG, as I mentioned. He is the very first reptile I ever got. When I got Striker, I was 8 years old. He was my very first reptile. He was given to me by my birth mom in combination with my parents. She hooked me up with him, and he's been living with me ever since. It's been 15 years come December. So a couple months away from 15 years that he's been around, and I had him when he was about 3 months old, I'd say. He's a high yellow leopard gecko, for those of you that don't know. Absolutely gorgeous little man, and his tank is doing awesome. I do have a build video on this tank, but I will say that the substrate in here is the Arcadia Earth Mix Arid. They're all living succulents. I have no idea what any of them are called, if I'm just being totally honest, but it looks cool, and that's what counts. Real rocks, except for the background. The background is a universal rock background, and he is just a classy boy. I mean, look at him. You can't really beat that. A leopard gecko in a naturalistic vivarium, able to dig and show natural tendencies. That's something that I live for. Now we can check up on Tig. Our girl Tig, she is the partial pinstripe harlequin crested gecko. Ooh, I touched her foot. She's right there. You guys can see that. I rose her from her slumber, so now she's unhappy with me, but she's also doing really well. Nothing really to complain about with her. The only complaint I have with her, to be totally honest, is her tank. I say this about most of my enclosures, but I do want to upgrade this. Not necessarily the size, but just the interior. I do want to make one of my more signature series tanks for her, like one of those. This is what we have to work with, and this is all I can really do for her at the moment. It works. She has UVB. She has visible light. She is in a 18 by 18 by 24 tall. She's not super chunky. She is very friendly. She does kind of run at the beginning. She's a little bit flighty, but once you get her out, she just hangs out and chills. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, typically I do Instagram lives, and there I will take Tig out because most of the time they're at night, so Tig is active, awake, and ready to go. I don't actually know exactly when I got her, to be honest. I believe it was like 7 or 8 years ago at this point. It's been quite a while, so that's pretty cool. Again, all the plants in her tank are alive, except for this one here, right up to their front. We have Sansevieria, mother-in-law's tongue, I think is what it's called, like common name, or snake plant. This is a Ficus elastica right there, or a rubber tree. And then down at the very bottom, you guys can't see it because it's not bright enough, but there's little Tig. She also has a African mask plant that is kind of receded into its more bulb form. I'm going to soak the soil again and hope it regrows. With that said, I will send you guys to the outro. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed the video that I have made for you guys. Sorry to those of you that are, or might be, not offended, but might be a little bit bummed that Bane is no longer here. I hope you guys kind of understand what I was going for and what the future holds for me. So if you do, awesome. If you don't support it, I guess you can let me know down below, but just try and be nice about it. But one thing that I can say for sure is that I will be owning leechies in the future again. They are really cool gecko. There will be a couple things that I do differently. I'll definitely make sure to socialize them a lot better than I did when I had Bane, and I will just provide an awesome enclosure for them. I look forward to that day. Hopefully you guys do as well. That'll be years and years in the future. I'll be old Mr. Mike by that time. No! But now that we've reached the end of the video, I would love if you guys could leave some video suggestions in the comments down below. If I do end up picking your video, I will shout you out on the video, so keep that in mind. If you guys have some cool ideas, then let me know. I'm trying to be very consistent. I'll be posting every single Friday and most Tuesdays. I'm not going to commit to every Tuesday. If you guys are looking forward to the weekly videos, then definitely click that like button down below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, leave them in the comments section. And if you want to see more reptile videos and maybe some more travel videos, definitely click that subscription button and play Ding Dong Dish with the doorbell next to it. My cat hopped up here, Mr. Spiker, so maybe I'll do an all my animals video. My brother's not here though, so it wouldn't really count. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you on Tuesday. Later. Here, why don't you do the outro? And thanks for watching. I love you guys. Bye. Boop.